It's a journey. It's a journey into the heart of this incredible park. It's hopefully a journey like you've never quite had in terms of vision and and understanding and experience. And it starts as you walk into the park. And when I first came up here, I thought, my God, what if you could use some of the amazing technologies we have now to actually surround you? So it's in the trees above you, it's around the sounds, and that the trees become this extraordinary kind of tunnel of experience and sound and noise, and so that you suddenly you see the trees above you, they start to flower, and then you hear this vast flock of cockatoos coming, like flying in. Or what if the rains came and then suddenly, you're in a watercourse, it's filling up, and you find yourself underwater, and all the reeds, so that the trees are no longer trees, they're water reeds that are floating up towards the surface, and there's bubbles everywhere, and then suddenly you hear a great splash, and ripples, and there's the head of a bird that's come in to get the fish that's just by your left hand side of you, and it dives down and up out of the reeds. This is a very beautiful landscape, but it's a very fragile landscape. So this show is a celebration of the beauty of the place. It's also about coming to understand how we really now need to focus on how to look after it. I think Wendy, the director of the Perth Festival, from the outset, she's been really keen to make the foundations and the roots of this festival in this place, in this beautiful place. And when I first came to Perth to discuss, the openings, I met Richard Wally, who's a Noongar elder and up here in this park, and he just explained the ecology of the park, the way people have lived here for tens of thousands of years, and perfected a way of living in this landscape that actually sustained them and the landscape over that huge amount of time. And they collected this incredible knowledge about the place and the way the ecosystem and nature worked. And to explain it, they used a structure of stories, of song and song cycles. And then on the other side, we're working with people like Steve Hopper, who used to be the boss of this part. He's a very, very famous scientist and botanist. And after 40 years of looking down the microscope and understanding science and botanism and all of that, what he's come to understand, that actually the traditional Aboriginal Noongar understanding of land and the way it describes itself is actually scientifically, one of the most kind of enlightening ways to consider the landscape. So part of this show is celebrating, those two knowledge systems coming together and actually finding that, the truths that their different systems unravel are the same truths.